So last week I recorded a studio vlog for the first time in over 2 years, I'm pretty sure. I've edited it. It's not fab. I kind of forgot to film a lot of my production and making and designing aspects of the week last week, but we're putting it up anyway. There's a lot of talking, but I'm going to do one every single week. So I'm starting this week's now. But yeah, have a look at this first studio vlog from Rondell Designs for a long time. Let me know in the comments what you want to see more of. Any feedback, any suggestions are most welcome, and enjoy. Good morning. It's Monday, the 27th, I think, of October. So this morning, what I was thinking, I might actually do a studio vlog this week. So if you're watching this, it happened. I've had a few people ask for longer videos and more behind the scenes. So I used to do studio vlogs a couple of years ago, and I feel like that is probably what people are thinking when they're suggesting that. So that's what we'll do. We'll see how it goes. This morning I'm actually in the workshop room at my studio. I'm having a little mini product photo shoot at 10:30 with Matt, who does my marketing. He used to be a professional photographer, so he's going to just come and we're going to take some photos of some products. It was to help me with my big design market application, because I really want to get into that market. I've never gotten into it before. A lot of the time I've applied, I've missed the deadline, so I've instantly been waitlisted. But a couple of times I've applied within the proper time and I just haven't got in. So I feel like one of the things I'm falling down with is my product images. So I booked Matt in thinking that the close off date was the end of this week. But I was looking at my emails last night in bed and I saw from Big Design that applications closed last night at midnight. So I had to get my little application in really fast. I'm not really happy. I did try and find some really good photos, but it's not I'm trying to tell a story about why my brand is a good fit, and I don't think I hit. But when you put an application in for these big markets, they definitely check out your socials in the weeks after the application's closed. So I figured still do the photo shoot, because at least I'll have really good photos for Instagram and Facebook and all of that. And also I've got my monthly shop update coming on the 1st of November, which is Saturday. I think it's Saturday. So I need to take some good photos for that anyway. So I haven't got anywhere near as much ceramics as I wanted to have for this shop update. But just because I was still catching up with my Life in Style orders until basically the start of this month. And then I've just been busy with market preps and I've been doing heaps of markets. So I'm making stuff, but it's kind of selling pretty quickly. So I'm just going to put any one-off pieces that I've got, I'm going to keep aside for that shop update. And we'll just, it's not going to be as much as people want, but at least it's something better than nothing. Studio today, as usual on a Monday after market weekends, is a hot mess. These are my little fairy houses that I did with the kids on the school holidays. They're all ready to be picked up. My card stand is empty and extra crooked because I took it to Mona Lisa Art Show, because I put greeting cards in the shop section thinking they'd do really well. Did not sell a single greeting card. So this weekend I had two markets. I had the 5th in Chelsea, which was not good for me. I sold $250, which is really bad. So I don't think I'm going to do that one again. I just don't think it's a good fit. My two of my YouTube subscribers were my very best customers on the day, thank goodness. And yesterday I did the Summers Arts Fair, which was in Summers, and it was really slow, but I ended up getting to almost 500. So that's okay. But I thought I would have done more there. The weather was terrible. And at the same time, I had stuff in the shop at the Mona Lisa Art Show. So I didn't have to be there. I just had to drop it off, label everything, and then pick it up. I only sold like $189 there though. Normally I sell at least $300. So I don't know. It's just still this year, isn't it? With the economy as it is, it's just a weird year, and we just got to soldier through as best we can until the economy's in a better place. Saying that, we're bidding on some of the art auctions at Summers Art Fair yesterday, thousands of dollars. So there's definitely people that have money. Yeah, but it's still definitely just a lot of people don't. A lot of people aren't spending unless they really need to. And coming into Christmas, sales should be picking up a bit more than they are at this point. Overall, I think the weekend sales with the art show and the two markets I did nearly 900, and I kind of had in my head I'd be liking to get to 1500, but you know, it is what it is. I think I've got some ceramics in here from the art show that will be good for the photo shoot too. Before Matt gets here, I'm just going to put the strings on my little fairy house wall hangings. It'll be like this, and then we're good to go. This one's done. I think that's really cute. Simple but cute. Here's a little snippet of some of the photos we ended up with. He did such a good job. Nothing beats professional photos for your brand, I tell you what. I got home just before 2 from the photo shoot this morning at the studio, and I literally had a 2-hour nap, which is so weird for a Monday. I guess because my daughter's in year 12, she's got exams coming up, so the schedule's all out. I just took the doggo for a walk. She's now happily passed out. Very chill. And now I'm just sitting with my diary, my sticker on the back, planning my week and trying to just make sure that I'm not double booked with any markets or workshops or events from now until Christmas. And then I'm going to get ChatGPT to redo my production schedule for my Woodford making, because I'm doing Woodford Folk Festival. I've got a lot of product to make. I've also got a wholesale order that I need to get finished, and I've also got to get ready for my shop update on Saturday. So I'm just getting my diary organized. Once my diary is organized, I feel much better. And then I'm just going to print up my wholesale order, because I've just gotten the pieces back from my firing service last night that have been bisque fired, which is the first firing. So now I need to work out what patterns of transfer papers I need to put on what sizes, so that I can get that back to my firing person tomorrow morning so that they can get glazed this week, and then I can get that order out the door. And I also need to just make a heap of stuff for Woodford probably tonight. I need to stay on track. I'm going to get ChatGPT to do another production list. I've worked out what I want to have made for the event. So I'm getting it to do a weekly and then potentially daily production schedule like I did with Finders Keepers. I didn't get to the target that I wanted to get to for Finders Keepers, but I got a lot made. So even if I don't get there this time around either, we're going to shoot for the stars and land on the moon. And if you think it's the other way around, you're wrong. I'll die on that hill. It's because the stars are further away from the moon. So if you aim for the stars and land on the moon, at least you've gotten halfway there. I've taken over my dining table at home. It's become a ceramic studio. 10 to 10, and I'm finally doing my ceramics, but I did order my business cards, vinyl banner for markets, and some new greeting cards that I really needed to order because I'm completely out of stock of some of my floral folklore designs. And if I get a wholesale order, I don't want to have to wait. Old mate's getting comfy in her little bed next to the table where I'm about to get cracking. Got lots on the go here on the table tonight. I'm so sad. I pressed too hard on the transfer paper when I was putting them on, and look, the big bird's broken. This is the problem with me. I'm very heavy-handed. I think next time I'll try and put the transfer paper on before I get the first firing done. Very sad, but I'll use it as my example still. I'll just use some glue to glue it together, because I think I'll open these up for pre-orders potentially. Not sure whether just for wholesale customers or retail as well. 1:25 a.m. I'm finished the glazing I needed to do. I do not recommend staying up till this time. Next time I might get started a bit before 8 p.m. Where's your squirrel? So it's just before 8 o'clock Tuesday. I have not had enough sleep. I am super duper tired, but my daughter's got her first year 12 exam this morning, and I have got a friend to visit, and then I've got the business support group little get together that we have at that creative space once a month. And then after that, I think it's just going to be full-blown pottery production. Got a little sidetracked at the tip shop in Mornington. My daughter wanted to go there after her exams. Welcome to Wednesday. This morning I'm sitting at the dining table at home and just putting some more of these transfer papers on all of these little vases that have been bisque fired so that I can get them to my firing service today so that they can hopefully get in for a glaze firing in the next couple of days. And I'm also going to make a heap of mini mushrooms today and some other things to get them dried and ready. This is the one that's my design. The transfer paper, I got 100 sheets of this design. I love it. The only thing is because it's chunky pattern, the underglaze is really difficult to get to stay on these more chunky patterns. So next time I design my own, I'm going to remember that. I sell these transfer papers on my website. So if you know anyone who's into pottery and just wants to have a go at transfer papers, I not only sell my designs, but I also sell the other designs that I buy in myself. So they're actually selling really well on Etsy, which is interesting. Also this morning I've reworked my Woodford Folk Festival production schedule. So I got onto ChatGPT last week and said, give me a production schedule based on the quantity of the products I want to have made. But because I wanted to get 1,000 mini mushrooms and mini fairy houses made, I honestly think I overwhelmed myself and I've barely made anything because it's such a big quantity. So I've actually reduced the quantity targets for those two items to 500, and I've gotten it to give me a daily schedule instead of a weekly schedule, and it turned it into a little spreadsheet. So now what I have to do is just go along and tick. And what is good, if I don't feel like doing the thing that it wants me to do on that day, I can just go to another day and get that done instead. So it's not necessarily having to be done in order. It just helps my brain focus and try and stick to my targets. So I'm gonna get some blue tack and put that just on the wall here in my little nook in the corner at home where I'm sort of doing stuff. Because yeah, so far I've only made 30 mini mushrooms for Woodford prep. That's not a lot, and I've kind of been really tired this week and just feel a bit stuck with production, so I'm forcing myself to get some stuff done now. But I also have wholesale orders, so I'm going to send out a wholesale newsletter today just to say for guaranteed pre-Christmas delivery they need to order by next Friday, the 7th of November, for guaranteed pre-Christmas. Anything after that I'm not guaranteeing, because I could get like $1,000 ceramics order from one of my Life in Style stockists, because I've started to get reorders from Life in Style. So don't want to have to do all this prep for Woodford and then throw in heaps of other prep for wholesale orders, although I'd love to get some more wholesale orders. And I've also got to prep for markets as well and have stuff ready for markets. So there's a lot happening. Doing a daily schedule like that though is really good for me. It just helps me focus on smaller things at a time. Okay, trying this again the different way. So I've just got the clay out in a flat piece and I'm putting the transfer paper on before I've cut out the shapes or made it go into the first firing. I actually probably had it a little bit too wet because you can see some of them, it's a little bit smudgy, but definitely better to do it this way than after the bisque firing and risk getting it broken. Good morning, it's Thursday, 8:30. Yesterday afternoon when I got home from my studio after I glazed all those pieces that needed to go to my firing service, I just didn't do anything. I just got in bed. So I feel like I literally wasted all my evening yesterday because I really could have been making more pottery. I think I was supposed to make like 100 mini mushrooms last night. Anyway, I was going to go live every day, but because I don't know where my reading glasses are, it's a bit tricky. I've got to have my computer set up, so I might sort of test out where and how I'll do that today. I was going to do it at home. I'm just wondering if it's just better to do it at my studio and in the day instead of nighttime. So this morning I'm just doing a to-do list because tomorrow, Saturday is the 1st of November. So I'm doing my VIP and wholesale shop update. So they get first access. So what I want to do today is get all the products uploaded as drafts. Dog's attacking me, of course. Hello. And I'm going to send an email out today to say you guys are going to have early access tomorrow. And then I don't know, I haven't decided exactly yet. I think I want to give my stockists and my VIPs early access tomorrow because I've got a market on Saturday and I want to take all the stuff. So if it sells tomorrow with my VIPs and wholesales, then I don't pack up the market. Whereas if it doesn't sell, then I will pack up the market. hope that makes sense. Anyway, I'm just doing some planning in my diary right now, and I'm going to get one email sent out to my wholesalers saying that pre-Christmas cutoff is next Friday. I think that's all. I'm at the studio now. It's just before 11. I'm just finishing off photographing my products for the November drop. I had a little professional photo shoot with Matt the other day, as you saw, but I'm just going along and doing all of them with a measuring tape so people know how big the item is when I list it. So I photographed that row. I've just got to photograph this row now. It's now 6:40 p.m. on Thursday. I still haven't sent my emails, nor have I finished uploading the products for the November drop, but it's just taken me about half an hour to figure out how I could find my new wholesale customers who have signed up through the website so I can add them to my wholesale list on Klaviyo so I can send the 2 emails tonight that I need to send. So I'm getting there. So basically in Shopify, I have wholesale Gorilla set up, and I'm on the middle level, the $65 a month option. And that allows me to have a lot of control over what categories of product are available wholesale, and basically my wholesale customers can register through my wholesale portal on my Shopify store. So I used to, years ago, with my old wheat bags and stuff, I used to have 2 separate Shopify stores. One was just my standard one was Rondell Designs wholesale, and I had it password protected. The problem with that is obviously every time I upload a new product, I'd have to do double up. This way, it's costing me, it's like an extra $100 a month, but it all automatically syncs. I can decide what products are for wholesale only or for retail only, or if I want them on both, I can do that. I can set minimum quantities, minimum order amounts. So it's much more user-friendly, and the idea is that obviously I'm growing my wholesale side of the business a lot more. So I want it to be as automated and easy for my customers and myself as possible. Only thing is, I am supposed to be manually adding the email address of new wholesale clients as they sign up to my Shopify store into my Klaviyo email thing, so that when I send an email out, they're all included, but I haven't been doing that. So that's what I've got to do now. Friday morning in the studio. I have a work experience girl here today. She's actually just outside finishing painting off my sign for market, and she's just packaged up a heap of prints for me, which was great. I'm actually having a clean out today because I'm sick of trying to work in a messy, cluttered studio. I've got all these shelves which just get filled up with stuff. So I actually think I do have enough room in this studio if I actually organise it correctly. So that's what we're doing today. This first shelf that, as you walk in, that's going to be just ceramics apart from the props up the top there. So this will be for stuff that needs to be glaze fired. This will be bisque fired, drying. This has got all my underglazes and stuff, packaging for when I drop off to my firing service. And then I'm going to rearrange this one. Always worse before it gets better. Let's remember that. And I'm currently working on this one here, which was a hot, cluttered mess. So we're getting there, even though it doesn't look like it. So it's still super cluttered, but this is where my work experience kit is. That's all stuff to be picked up there. This one needs a good rearrange. That will be where my brooches live, I guess. And this will be where my finished pieces live. So when people want to come shopping, this here is my paper craft stuff. I've got to get ready for the Craft Alive fair. So there's still a fair bit to do. After my work experience kid left, I sat down and just did a few mini fairy houses because my production has just not been what it needed to be this week. But because I've just been busy with other stuff, and you'll notice I'm just so tired. Like, I've had a lot on. Exhaustion is high after the double market still. So we've just, trying to get a little bit of ceramics in on the Friday, just so I felt like I'd done some production myself as well. I think I got about 20 mini fairy houses done in about 20 minutes. It's 3:20, I'm just about to leave. Now, she's not done, but we're looking a lot better than we were. So basically I've done this shelf, and now it needs to be filled up with glorious pottery. And then this corner's so much better. I've done those 2 trolleys. I've done pretty much that one. And started to do that one, and then I've just got to do the rest of them and clear up this. Like, that's all like packaging stuff mostly. So I need to figure out a better solution for that for orders. Pretty productive day though. So I picked up my car because it was serviced today. It cost me a fortune, $820. I'm surprised I actually was able to pay it. I don't usually have that much money. Actually, some of it I had to put on Afterpay. But my car was running terribly, and obviously I'm driving to Queensland in December, so I need to make sure my car is working properly. Loaded my car up for Red Hill Market tomorrow. So this afternoon I just have to drop my doggy off at my mum's house because my girls are going to their dad's for the weekend, so no live-in dog sitters. Opening hours, just in case you want to pop down to the shop. Yeah, I'm just heading home now, and then I'm going to drop the doggy off, and then we'll come home and have an early night. Although I have to remember to print my labels that I keep forgetting to redo that I've lost. Clear labels at markets definitely help sales. Well, I think I'll end this studio vlog here since it's Friday afternoon and I need to go start my market vlog. I have no idea if this vlog's going to be any good. I'll find out when I edit it, but thanks for watching. There we go, first vlog done. Let me know what you think. I promise to have lots more making and production and in the studio moments with this week's vlog, less working from bed. So I'll see you next week with the next studio vlog.